There we go. Okay. A little bit of tech issues. We're good, I think. Should be good. um, there we go. Should be good. There we go. Okay. I gotta fix that time. We're gonna wait just a minute. Um, let people join in. It's kind of out of nowhere, but I had free time tonight and I wanted to live stream because I wanted to talk about G-Fest because G-Fest, well, it just went absolutely crazy this weekend, or this week with announcements. It is unbelievable how insane it is, and I'm just very, very excited. I'm gonna be honest, I'm very, very excited. Um, so we're gonna be talking about this G-Fest stuff. Actually, let me pull it up on the screen. I apologize. Let's do. Here we go. Look at this. Oop, I have my PA logo, even though I don't need it. Don't think we need to say anything too adult here. Oops. Can you tell it's been a little bit? There we go. Check one more thing. There we go. Okay, we're live. Audio is working. Yes, we've got Ultraman at G-Fest, which is just kind of insanity. I don't I don't really know what to say. Like it's kind of it's it's insane. It's insane. Um, it's been a wild, wild, wild announcement with G-Fest in Tsuburaya this week. To sum it up really quickly, it's basically just Ultra Hero Expo in Japan, except mini and here in the States so far. With everything that we've heard about it yet, there's could be some changes, but it's really, really cool. Like, Tsuburaya's got this, well, not Tsuburaya. G-Fest has this nice little summary down here. We're getting, oops, excuse me, we're getting Ultraman Arc the movie, English dub. We get a panel that's special that's going to bring latest news on the Ultraman franchise, which will feature Omega. We'll get to that later. In fact, everyone that you see right here, you get to meet except for Arc. Arc isn't there. Belial is here, so I kind of wish they would have taken Arc out and put Belial, but maybe this means that Arc might show up at G-Fest as a surprise. It would be pretty cool if during the movie Arc showed up. That would be fun. And then there was just a quick exclusive mini meet and greet with him afterwards. It might work that way. That's just that's just theorization though. There's nothing to suggest or confirm that. But it's amazing. Like if you would have told me, I mean, even 3 weeks ago that Ultraman was gonna be at G-Fest legitimately. This is a Tsuburaya event. You get to meet suits. Like we can look here at the schedule. I'm on the G. This is the G-Fest con website. So if you guys are wanting to look at these things a little bit closer, this is the best way to do it as well. This website not good. I'm gonna admit it's not good on mobile, but when you're on here on PC, you can hit all these links. You can change it. You can look at everything all together, or you can go down and just look at it broken down like this. I'm really, really, really a big fan of this. So I gotta give them props. I do wish they would have chose like a different color here. Like if they made like the background cream, just add a little bit of extra pop to it because the all white it's a little jarring. It's a little jarring, you know. But it's super cool. Fredbear, I'm so hyped for it. Tsuburaya is really getting involved with the community outside of Asia, and I love to see it. Yes, yes. Have Kaiju Brooklyn to thank. But G-Fest decided, oh, hey, Kaiju Brooklyn was doing it on a mini scale. Let's just let's grab it by the ankles and really just go crazy. So I'm going to break down some of what's going on here. I actually have some additional photos here for this. I just brought up the logo. I should have had these all pulled up so we can, let's see. So these are the two photos that we've kind of already, that was on the page. That's basically like a full banner on here. Arc isn't openly talked about being there, but like I said, it's kind of seems like the suggestion is he might make it for the Omega panel, where they suggest there's another guest, not just Omega, and then Arc the movie is, or not debuting, but it will be at G-Fest. So, could be safe to assume that they're going to be there, but keep expectations a little low. You never know. And then we have the Kaiju, which when I saw this, I told my friends, I told Adam, I told Matt, I told Joseph, I said, this is it right here. These are the ones that are coming. They're not just going to show random Kaiju and Saiyans, and it ended up being correct. We are getting JIRAHS, which is insane. It's the modern suit. We're getting DADA. PIGMON is there for one day, one meet and greet, and that's it. And BALTON's going to be there, and that's just absolutely wild. Man. I was hyped for G-Fest. I was hyped for my friends. We were just going through the list. The schedule was released a few days ago. We were going through, figuring out the things that we were going to meet up on and go to, and the things where we'd branch off and break into mini groups or just go solo on when it came to panels. Ended up having to change everything. Why do I have I have two of those? No. Okay, they were just out of order. I have two of those. And completely got changed because the Ultraman stuff, admittingly, takes up the most time and space. It's a little crazy. I'm gonna be honest. It's fun though. I'm excited. Here's the poster for the movie, special screening event. I do believe, this is the film festival. This happens right before the actual Tsuburaya Connections panel. I believe this is before, this is an hour before the Ultraman update featuring Ultraman Omega. So, I suggest that the suit will be there. I would be a little shocked if Omega's not there, the suit. But I guess maybe this could just mean the show, which, funny enough, when this panel is over on Saturday, I believe it's an hour. I think it's like 7:30 my time, Central Time, which Chicago's also Central Time. Episode 2 of Omega will be premiering on YouTube. So that's a little fun. We also had the surprise announcement that Hiroko Sakurai was going to be there as well. And then she has her own special panel Friday 3 to 4. So you go to the Arc movie, you go to Connection Live, which features her for a special talk show, and then 4 to 5 is the Ultraman panel featuring Omega. And then she does have a 2-hour signing session Sunday. I wasn't gonna get any autographs this year. I think I might have to get her and Ben. I think I do. I think I do. I think I do, my friends. I think I do. I do think I have to get both of them. So, we'll see. I do have a few bin autographs already. I might just bring like my Shinko Seiho Ultraman 66 box, and just hopefully they'll have silver Sharpies, and they can just put big old signatures on there. And then I'll have to find a way to like encase that safely, but we'll see. I'm just shocked. It's crazy. G-Fest pulled a rabbit out of the hat, one that could top everything. They said 2025, their 30th anniversary, was going to be insane, and they pulled it out. I won't lie. They pulled it out. So, and then when you click on these, they actually bring it up. They actually venue the Ultraman Hero, the premiere. Do they have the actual... No, they don't have the layout yet. We don't even have the dealer's room layout. So, not yet. So we don't actually know where this is, but this is going to be in some big room probably. But there is plenty of options to meet most of the characters. It's not gonna be like I said, Pigmon's gonna be the hardest. Pigmon, honestly, probably the hardest character to find or to see because he is only available Sunday at 9:30, unless they do something surprising, which kind of feel like they will. But the first meet and greet Friday, right as the dealer's room open, Ultraman 66, he will be open, or he will do his 30-minute meet and greet. And then at 11, this is the first meet and greet I'm going to. I am going to the dealer's room, unless I get there and I don't have a budget like at all. That's probably like the only way I would actually skip on the dealer's room. But I want to get in there anyways. I want to see it at least once this weekend. Then so 66 is at 10. DADA is at 11 a.m. This will be right now for my calendar. This is the first guy. I mean, I'm so excited to meet DADA. I love DADA. And then there's this nice little break, hour and a half. We can go get lunch. And then there's some battles. Ultraman Zero versus BELIAL, followed by the meet and greet. This is the only way to meet Zero and BELIAL, is this fight, and then there's another one on Friday as well. This is the only way to see them and meet them. They do not have individuals. And then 66 has a second one at 2:30 as well. So this will be where I meet Ultraman. And then right after that, or an hour and a half after that, the Ultraman versus JIRAHS fight, followed by a meet and greet with both. That'll be happening as well. Definitely going to go to that. I'm going to try to hit everything that's unique for the first time, the very first time it happens, besides the first meeting for 66. So there'll be ample opportunity to meet 66 within this range on the first day, which is the goal. Then on Saturday, BALTON actually opens at 9. It's kind of crazy. It's a little earlier than the dealer's room, so that's kind of actually ends up being nice. And then 66 is at 10:30, so someone theoretically, probably not, because the line's going to be insanely busy, but technically could go to BALTON, get right in at the beginning of BALTON, and then bounce, go wait for the dealer's room, hopefully get within the dealer's room within that 30 minutes. Probably not. Like I said, I'm pretty sure last year there was just a constant line. Then you could technically hop over to 66. I don't think I'm going to every single meet and greet. I want to give people time to actually, like, if I can get it my first time in, that's it. Like, I don't want to go to every single one, because this is limited. And these lines are going to be huge. I'm pretty sure it works that once it hits 12:30, even if you're in line, or like the end of the meet and greet, I'm pretty sure they just like, all right, you're gonna have to try again later. I don't think they're gonna hold back for people. They might hold it back a few minutes, especially if the lines are huge. But I would suspect that very closely after this ends, they're stopping. So yeah, if you're not able to make the Ultraman versus JIRAHS fight on Friday, JIRAHS is right there individually. DADA is right here again, 1 to 1:30. I do believe that's his last time. That's his last meet and greet. I don't think he has any on Sunday. Yeah, that's the last time to meet DADA, is 1 to 1:30, Saturday the 12th. That's the last time. They have the special talk show, and then the Ultraman Connection panel at 4 to 5, which isn't, oddly, the Omega panel isn't listed here, even though I think, because it's not in Ultraman the Hero Premiere. This is its own. So these are each room, or each area. So besides general hours, which kind of puts, I believe this is like the dealer's room and stuff. Minya, not even the dealer's room. Yeah, the general stuff. So this is each location. So yeah, Ultraman Hero the Premiere will be its own location, room, ballroom, however you want to put it. Very exciting. That it's going to be all in its one thing. They also teased in their post that some of the suits might be walking around a little bit, which brings up the wonderful opportunity, hopefully, because Ben, the original suit actor for Ultraman, or one of the original, I believe he's the original, he will be walking around. There might be a rare opportunity to see the 66 suit and Ben in one location, which I don't think even in Japan happens too much. I tried going and digging. Like, they are at the same event a bit, but I think this is the first time US-wise where an official 66 suit and bin have been here at the same time in a long time or ever. So there's going to be, during one of these panels, hopefully, or one of these fights, there's going to be a very special moment between these two. Maybe, and maybe not. But I'm very excited. Sunday kind of seems to be the most packed. It goes from 66 immediately into Pigmon, and like I said, this is the only time. If you want to meet Pigmon, this is it. This is your one and only shot. Is on Sunday, 9:30 to 10. I will be here for Pigmon. Once it's Sunday, we'll know how the lines and stuff work. Like if there's going to be different, like photograph booths for the suits, especially because these are so close. Because I don't want to sit in line for 66 and then end up like making it for 66 and then keep letting people past and stuff. So hopefully there's a different line so I can go and, you know, send the Pigmon line, not the 66. Like I said, I'm not going to try to hit all of them. I'm probably going to see the fights the second time, but these individual ones, so like I'm not going to see Pigmon, or I'm not going to see Ultraman or BALTON unless I don't happen to meet BALTON on Saturday. Is it Saturday or Friday? Yeah, on Saturday at 9, which really I should be able to make that because I will go and wait at 4 in the morning for it. I don't mind. I'm crazy, all right? I'm crazy. I'm going to get in line very early, very, very early for these, and then Friday for dealer's room. Friday might be the only day I go into the dealer's room. If I'm looking right now, budget for like figures and stuff isn't looking good. Right now I'm prioritizing my budget for obviously food, the things that I need to make it through over the weekend, and then a little bit of relaxation are more priorities than toys right now. I still would really like to get Gamera Kyoto version. It seems like Beast might have Anguirus in time. So, I mean, if Anguirus is at G-Fest, I feel like it's only proper that I get it at G-Fest, but we'll see. We'll see. So, I've got some more stuff that I have to list for sale. If I'm able to sell everything that I'm trying to sell, and I might even try to sell a little bit more, because we're going to Japan in February. Like, a lot of the Tamashii stuff, like, I can just rebuy that in Japan. Is it going to be more expensive? Probably. But that's also, like, fun hunting videos that I can do in Japan that I've got ideas on, where there's going to be, like, a theme. Basically, I'm gonna figure out a way to record a buying session, like a buying purchase, as long as it's okay wherever I'm at. I believe Mandarake is mostly fine with filming, as long as, you know, I'm not getting customers' faces and stuff in it too much. But I want to do, like, so it'll be one video and then I'm going to cut it into pieces on which sections. So if I go to Mandarake and I see some Dragon Ball figures that I'm looking for. So, like, one of the things I'm going to do is buying all the Frieza forms in Japan, because I've had to sell most of the Dragon Ball collection right now. I'm at my job, but, you know, we got bills I got to keep up on and make sure that I have room for G-Fest. So I'm selling any extra things that I really can to make space and stuff for that. So one of the videos is going to be buying all the Frieza forms. Well, I might not find all the Frieza forms at the first Mandarake or Ami Ami or here. So, you know, over the week and, you know, the 10, 11 days that we're there, I'm going to be able to, through multiple videos, as long as filming's allowed, stitch together these parts, or I'm going to have challenges, kind of like what the Pokemon card community does. If you guys know, like Deep Pocket Monster, he has these videos where he's like, I have to complete a complete Pokemon set at this one festival. I have this many hours to do it. I probably wouldn't be that intense on it unless I kind of know, which might end up happening. Our schedule's pretty... Oop, not the wrong one. Oh, hey, 3 people are watching. Thank you guys. Thank you guys for joining and hanging out. I really, really appreciate it. Especially after kind of this week kind of went a little crazy. Content was not what I what I was hoping for. So and that's my fault. That's my fault. So I've just been really tired with work and PC, or not PC, the gym. I've been working out like crazy when I do. Work's been a little wild. in good ways. I'm feeling really fulfilled and stuff, but it's been keeping me tired. But today I don't, or tomorrow I don't work until the afternoon, so I want to make sure that I live stream today. Should live stream tomorrow as well, but we'll see. I don't have a good. I want to make sure when I do live streams from now on, I don't want to just live stream to live stream. I want to make sure that I actually have good live stream ideas and content, even if it's not the same thing throughout. I want to make sure that what I'm talking about, what I'm streaming about, is entertaining for everyone, or as many people as possible, rather than just kind of getting in and just being like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. I guess we'll just figure that out. I don't know. I'm not really happy with that. I think that takes the rewatchability, or if someone's not able to make the live stream, if they're watching it after the fact, it doesn't make it as interesting, because if it's not like a crazy, idea, or something that's entertaining to watch, it's just easily skippable, and I don't want to make easily skippable content. But we'll see. So we'll see. Hopefully tomorrow, might be able to get the Gaia review out tomorrow. I did a little bit of filming, but it's not done. So we'll see. I'll probably might work on that a little bit tonight. But yeah, I'm pretty excited. I'm excited about some of this stuff that's coming. But back to G-Fest. This is a G-Fest stream, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, so well, I was talking about Japan. So yeah, so I'm trying to make sure that I have a little bit of a budget, but I might only be able to get like 1 or 2 figures, if that. I've accepted, and I'm at peace with the idea that I might not be able to buy any figures at all at G-Fest. So, but hopefully I can bring enough extra budget to at least get Anguirus, if Anguirus is there. Anguirus is basically my one and only goal, like serious goal. If Anguirus isn't there and I have a budget, then Kyoto Gamera, because he's kind of expensive online. That's even same with Japan. Like if I were to order him, he's like 150, because he's about US retail in Japan plus the shipping, and then Big Bad Toy Store has him. But I would really like to support Beast of the East, because they've just, one, really cool guys, and two, BBTS doesn't really need help right now. I want to make sure that we're supporting our Godzilla community shops when possible, which I'm going to try to focus on a lot more this year. Try to do more of the smaller shops instead of just going to Amazon and, Big Bad. Even if there's something that I might be able to skip on, like Ami Ami or Hobby Link Japan, I'm going to try. But those are more imports, more for new stuff and not old stuff. I don't use like their pre-owned side on Ami Ami's part. Just not for me. It scares me a little bit. It scares me. Okay, I went off tangent. Let's get back to the G-Fest at hand. The G-Fest at hand. Hey Sharktopus, I like when you stream to stream. Oh, I'll try to do that now too. Okay. Hey, I can. There's still ways for me to like stream to stream, but to still make it coordinated enough to where even if I don't necessarily have a theme, I can still make it entertaining, for you guys as well. But I also like to stream just chatting, I think is what Twitch calls it. YouTube doesn't have those subsections. But I'm also not moving over to Twitch unless it's to stream a movie or something, like a watch party, because Twitch is not doing too good. Yep. Enjoying yourself is what matters, and yes, Fred, that is exactly right. G-Fest is more about experience, especially it's such a crazy year with this Ultraman stuff, and not even Ultraman, all this Tsuburaya Ultraman stuff is really, really damn cool, but it also isn't the only thing going on. There's still quite a crazy amount of things going on with, is it attractions? Where's it at? Guess, here it is. There's a ton of things going on with this G-Fest. We have Shinji Wakasa, we have Choji, excuse me, from Tokyo SOS. We have Ben here, a biggest hint. We have Kurt, 98's, I believe, director. And then we have Sakurai. We have Yoshiro from Gamera. We have Carl, who's also from Gamera. This was just announced the other day. He is sponsored by Monsters with Attitude, which I have been on their channel once. I did do an interview golly, almost 2 years ago now, I think. I think that was in 2023. Yeah, almost 2 years ago now. That's crazy. Time flies. Taguchi's here again. We got Matt Frank, Bob Eggleton, Hishiro. Oh, I didn't even realize he was going to be here. That's super cool. He's an artist, comic book artist. And then we do have John. Oh, I don't know how to pronounce that last name. But that's super cool. Is this... Oh, they don't have Dope Pope listed, but they did do a pose on, or did do a post. Dope Pope's also going to be here. I guess he's not quite in here, or they have a max amount of slots. But there's just, it's crazy. I'm excited. There's also like tattoos and stuff. Definitely not going to be able to do this. If I barely have enough for a figure, I don't have enough for a tattoo, because it's $150 per hour on Sunday, or it's $150 Friday and Saturday for the flashes, which are really cool. But then you also tip, you know, tipping is nice. So yeah, so not going to be able to do a tattoo this year, regrettably. Makes me a little sad, but it's how it is. If you guys are looking to get tickets, we can go over this really quick. Maybe you didn't know if you were going, or after the Ultraman announcement, you guys are fully going. Tickets right now are $75 plus that $2 fee. So I already have one, but just to show you, this should be the same across. I think when you check out, taxes will be added, especially if you use like the PayPal option. So it might end up being a little bit more. But that's how it's going there. Otherwise, they do have like adult passes for each day, 40, 40, 30. There's kids passes, 25, 25, 20. And then there's this official 21 plus after party. I'm not officially going to this, but the Caddy Shack should still be open for a little while. I'll be on the regular side. Not for me. I have a few friends that are going to this, though. I'm excited for them. Like I said, I'll be on the other side. Eating food, just regular food, though. It's exciting. G-Fest is... This is the most excited I've been for G-Fest probably since 2023. Like, even... I ended up not being able to go last year. But even, like, leading up to that, I wasn't, like... admittingly super crazy about it. Where here, like, this is... Even before the Ultraman stuff was announced, like, I'm legitimately pumped and excited. It does really help that I have my plane ticket. I have this. I'm bunking in a hotel. So, like, that stuff has got me pumped. I'll be with Thirsty Thursday Toy Adam. I'll be with Matt and Ian. We're going to have an absolute blast of a time. And then we've got a ton of... Oh. We lost it. We lost. We're live. Are we live? Are we good? Are we here? Oh. We lost it. Are we good? There we go. We're good. I don't know what the hell is going on with my PC. I gotta do some PC cleanup, I think. I gotta do some PC cleanup. Bro, my internet is so bad that I can never tell if it's you or me. We are live. Yeah, that was me. I got the notification that OBS disconnected. I gotta do some PC cleanup. Gotta move some files around. I'm still in the process of moving it over into the CPU and not actually on the hard drive, I think. Or the opposite. I can't remember. It's been causing my PC to be a little bit slow the last week or so. Oh gosh, I have nothing on the screen. Well, we got this beautiful Shin Godzilla 4K. We can just pull this up. We can look at this. Oops. I said we can look at this and then grab the wrong thing. I'm just really pumped. I'm really pumped. I'm glad that this year I'm able to pull it out of the hat. I really wanted it to be organized this year. This year was supposed to be a big buying year and a big just G-Fest year. Experience here, but at least I'm still able to go, regardless of what my toy budget or free budget is. And the Ultraman stuff is free, by the way, or at least right now is free. On Facebook they said you don't have to buy an extra ticket for this stuff. We'll see what meet and greets are like, if there's a cost to that. if it's done like here Ultra Hero Expo, the photos with the ultras are also free, but you can pay extra money to have a photo printed out and put on a special, like it's put in a special frame that's themed, Ultraman themed some way. I don't know if it's going to be unique for each Ultraman or not. But yeah. So, just a second, guys. He's just grabbing the fortune cookies. That's fair. Cutie. Oh, yeah. It's good to have those. Hey, everyone, say hi to Tater. It's been a little bit. Booba! It's Tater! Oh, nope, and he's scratching his head. Scratching his head. We got the puppy cam. I wish I should set up a puppy cam. There he is. You can kind of see him. He's a good boy. Say hi over there. Say hi to Dad. Come here. Come here. Let's get on the camera. He's like, I don't want to get on the camera. I'm hot. I'm guessing you guys just went out for a walk. Oh, so cute. You can hear him snarfing and barfing and stuff. Barking. Not barfing. Borking. There you go, buddy. Buddy?
Alright, you visited Dad.
Yes, thank you. Maybe we'll have another puppy. We'll maybe have another puppy cut in soon. I should definitely get like a puppy cam for the desk. Oh my goodness. Thank you, sweetie. So cute. Zool, so excited for the next Ultraman for 2026. Looks like Gokei Ranger inspired one where you can transform into past Ultras. Yeah, some of the leaks for next year's Ultraman show seems crazy. They're supposed to be collab heavy. So if you can transform into past Ultras, that's super cool. That would be fun. Ultraman, honestly, I got to do more Ultraman content rather than just figures, because I still feel like, as big as Ultraman's getting in the US, I still feel like there isn't like a ton of like information still. And I'm kind of on that journey where I'm breaking this down. I'm going through Ultraman. I'm going through all the shows. You know, I'm watching them all. I'm trying to get them memorized. Kaiju, and there's thousands of Kaiju in Ultraman. So, across all of the shows, the franchise. So I'm trying to watch all the shows by the end of this year, so I can finally say I've seen all of Ultraman. There'll probably be a few omissions, but Mill Creek has most of them out by this point. So I'm trying to be a better Ultraman fan. That way I can produce better Ultraman content. But you can bet your sweet bottom we're going to be making Omega content. I haven't decided yet how I want to do that. I would really like to do a watch party for every Ultraman episode as it's premiering. There's Broken Live Max who could go up to 3. Yep, in the final episode. That's true. And then Max is one of the ones I have to rewatch. I used to watch it on YouTube as a child when all the episodes were just thrown up on there in like 5 or 6 pieces. So I've seen a little bit of Max, but it's so far removed I don't remember. So Max is one of the ones I'm very excited to get back to in Nexus. I'm going to rewatch Mebius this year at some point. It's exciting. But I haven't figured out how I want to do the Omega content yet. I would like to do like a watch through, but I think even if I had a webcam on, I had some extra stuff on the screen, and we watched it on YouTube, I just don't think... I'm pretty sure I would get copyright strike to hell. And like I said, Twitch is such a weird platform right now. Twitch is not doing good. Just not good. If you guys are in the know with Twitch, then you know. If you don't, I'm not going to talk about it because it's not my platform. It's never been my choice platform. I've tried to like watch streams on there. Twitch is weird. Twitch is weird for me personally. So, but watch parties I would like to do. Omega would be fun. I know we're going to try to do some sort of like in-person G-Fest watch party for Omega. I think just the friends and I. It's not going to be an open thing. It'll be just our close friend group. We're going to try to do episode 2 Saturday night right before dinner. I think we might. Well, yeah, because the panel goes till 5, episodes at like 7. So we could maybe have like Caddyshack before then, but I think we'll probably bump it off. Don't forget some of the Ultraman Zero Team UTF inspired by Kodai heroes like MK is inspired by Mirror Man, and Glenfire is inspired by Fireman, and the Genebots inspired. Yeah, dude, the Ultraman is so in. It's so deep with its references. Like there's Godzilla references, there's anime references, there's just movie references, referencing Sentai, referencing Kamen Rider, and you know a lot of those shows like Kamen Rider, Ultraman, and Super Sentai all reference each other constantly, in this sweet revolving door. I'm not too crazy about Kamen Rider or Masked Rider. I do really like the original show and Shin Kamen Rider. Those are I can say I do really like them. I want to watch the original Masked Rider at some point. I'm considering pre-ordering the Shinkoho Seiho Rider 1 and the Cyclone, the Shinkoho Seihos, because I think they're still available on Nin. Let's see. I can't remember if I'm logged in or not. Let's see if these are still around. Ooh, actually, I gotta be a little careful where I dive through. I didn't get Dobby yet. I'm gonna get him. They're doing something weird where they're not pay laters. They're kind of taking those off of some of these pre-orders, so I don't really know what's going on there. Let's see. Ooh. We're having a little break from GFest talk for just a second. I want to see if these are still available. They are. And the Cyclone, I was expecting the Cyclone to be out, because technically you have to buy two, because it's the Cyclone that's used for Kamen Rider number 1, Kamen Rider number 2. And then the Shocker. Dude, these are only 43. I think this is a reissue, though. I might have to get a few Shockers as well. But this is like a November, yeah. So this will happen later. But I am considering getting this set of 4 Glorious Showa reissues is what they're called. Especially these 2 Shinkoho Seihos. Really, really wish Shin Ultraman or Shin Kamen Rider got a Shinkoho Seiho. I sold my original one, and I would have really liked a Shinkoho Seiho version of that. But at this point, there still isn't one. And that's just how it is, you know. It happens. But yeah, so I might be grabbing those. So there might be some Kamen Rider reviews. I might get these when they come out. I might also wait and just get them in Japan. I feel like they shouldn't be too hard to find, but I do know that these 2, Kamen Rider number 1 and 2, are insanely popular. So here's like this. I don't know who this is. I love these designs. I think the designs for these shows are super, super cool. It's just like Ultraman, where there's too much. There's so much of it that I just can't keep up. I can't realistically keep up. Like, look at this. This has got like a Zord with it. Yeah, it looks like you can buy 8, of course. That's one of the more popular ones, I'm pretty sure. Hey, there's I think this is the first original version. I don't even think, yeah, that's not even the Shinkoho Seiho. That's like the original line. There's Kuga. I know about Kuga. He's one of like the big ones. I think he's getting a reissue, isn't he? Where's Kuga? No? I thought Kuga was. So considering getting it. I think it was announced that he's going to get one. I don't know if he actually has one. Kuga, where'd he go? There he is. Or like a Shinkoho Seiho, something like that. I can't remember. Obviously it's not here, so I might be talking out my butt. That's how much I know about Kamen Rider. Not a lot. But with Ultraman, I want to do Ultraman first, and then maybe I'll try Kamen Rider. I've been seeing some funny memes out of some of the Kamen Rider show. Like I saw one today where one of them, I had no context for the clip, but he was like hand washing clothes, and then he just looks over, and then he sees a washing machine, and then he kind of just like collapses a little bit, and then it cuts to him just sitting by the washer and washing his clothes like outdoors, and it was just funny as hell. So I might give Kamen Rider a chance maybe next year, which is weird that I'm doing all the Ultraman stuff during Ultraman's anniversary, or not during Ultraman's anniversary, and then I'd be watching some Kamen Rider during Ultraman's anniversary. But we'll be doing plenty of Ultraman stuff next year for sure. So that's why this year I kind of want to get my A game up, because I can make Godzilla content easy peasy, squeezy. Ultraman content though, I want to get better at. I want to get better at, so I can make Ultraman content, because Ultraman is like Godzilla, and like there's Ultraman and Gamera like just right about there. Like I love Ultraman, and I just don't. I know there is Ultraman content here in the U.S. There's always been content, but I feel like it's missing a little bit. Definitely feel like the figure arts line definitely isn't fully realized US wise. I'm not going to say English, because there are some English speaking Japanese reviewers that do get most of the line or all of it. But I would like to start throwing in my hat with the SHF Ultraman line as I move towards, for the very final time, getting a complete set. I'm not going for, well, I basically am. I'm going for every release. And then some of them I'm actually going to have to get multiples of. The idea is to have like 3 or 4 Ultraman Type Cs, because I want just a Type C, which will be my Shinko Seiho, one with an Ultramantle once I start getting to the point of buying the Ultramantles, and then another one for the Ultraman Ace, the Crosses set. I want one permanently on display like that, and stuff like that. And then Arc, he has his armors. I like multiple arcs for all the armors. I did have to cancel my Galaxy armor, regrettably, pre-order. It's still in stock. I'm not too worried. I will pick it up. In fact, I'll probably end up after G-Fest in August, after the movie's released, I'll probably just be able to find a way to get all 3 sets of armors and then 4 arcs to go with it, because Arc is really cheap, and then 2 of the 3 armors are cheap. The Lunar and Solar armor are pretty inexpensive. So it's just getting multiple arcs. That way I can have one display in each set of armor, and then a regular arc as well. Plus Evil Arc, which I still have that on pre-order, because he keeps selling out. The ones that I'm not confident to get in Japan, I haven't canceled. I've canceled a lot of pre-orders, guys. I've canceled all of my Dragon Ball ones. I've just decided, most of them. I kept some of the Daima stuff. I kept Super Saiyan 4 and Super Saiyan 3 on pre-order. The mini Goku and the mini Vegeta. I wasn't able to get Super Saiyan, so I'm just not going to worry about the Super Saiyan for now. Actually selling my 2 minis. I've got my adult Goku, and I'll have an adult Vegeta. But unless it's like, I'm going to fear that it's going to sell out, so when adult Super Saiyan 3 is announced and adult Super Saiyan 4 is announced, those ones I'll be pre-ordering. Probably because they'll come out after my Japan trip too. So those will be February or March next year, if they're announced within the next few months. Those ones aren't going to make it this year, I don't think, unless they surprise us with, in a few days, they announce Super Saiyan 3 Adult. I guess it could come out in November, technically, or Goma. But that's just speculation, nothing confirmed there. But yeah, I'm super, super excited for Ultraman at G-Fest. Get back on the G-Fest and Ultraman track. I'm very, very excited. It's going to be crazy. It's just going to be damn crazy. It's like having a mini Ultra Hero Expo in the US with suits, hopefully free meet and greets. It's going to be a blast. When this was initially announced and we saw those, I did say that, it's probably going to be everyone that's on this photo. But then I was like, well, if it's not, at least hopefully 66, Zero, Omega, and then I didn't, I called it, but there was a part of me that doubted that any of these 4 were going to be here. And we ended up getting all 4 plus Belial or Belial. Insane. My 2 of my favorite characters, Zero and Belial, because those were the 2 that really kick-started when Zero came out. That's when I really got interested in Ultraman, and then I was able to get 66 from Mill Creek back in the day on DVD, the DVD set. I was able to get it at a Shopko, which is like it's not even around anymore. Or I think the Vision part of it is, but not the actual building. It's basically Target and Walmart, except it's more expensive, or was more expensive. They had the Ultraman Series 66 for $8 one day. Bought that shit. I think I finished Ultraman within like 2 days. I loved 66. I still love 66. Um, Japan just announced the brand new fully 4K remaster of the whole show. They just announced that it is coming out as a set in September to prepare for the anniversary next year. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pre-order it. I will get it though. I will get it because there's a trailer on YouTube that they gave for it on the official Tsuburaya channel, and boy oh boy, did it look beautiful. I love the Showa era in its entirety, whether it's Godzilla, Ultraman, hopefully Gamera someday. I love seeing this stuff in 4K. I think it looks really pretty. Some people don't like it because it ages it out. You know, you start to really see behind the lines, which I already thought Blu-ray did. Blu-ray, you know, you can see a lot of the strings in the Showa Godzilla movies. I think that's charm, personally. It just adds for me because I like seeing it. I like to see how it's made. I'm not going into the Showa verse movies or even basically most of the Godzilla movies. I'm not going in and expecting like a real, you know, like it's not supposed to be realistic. Like the tokusatsu part is an art form. It's a unique art form. It's a beautiful art form, and I like to be able to see some of that on the screen. You know, that's just me. How we doing? Okay, I I still feel like I could talk for a little bit, but I have to use the bathroom, so I will be right back. Give me a few moments. Let's pop into YouTube real quick. Let me throw on. I'm just gonna throw on like a quick video for you guys while I go to the bathroom. That way, you guys aren't just sitting here, but also then I can advertise the channel a little bit. What should we watch? I don't want to throw on like Mecha Gigantron reviews because we're not. It's not gonna be 15 minutes, hopefully. Um, let's see. What do I got? Let's just do 12 days. Oh my goodness, I have failed you guys. I'm just gonna play the Ultraman Hipporito video for you guys while I go to the bathroom, and I will be right back. So I'm going to take the webcam off. Hopefully it'll be done before I'll be back before the video is done. Please enjoy the video while I go to the bathroom. Thank you guys. I'll be right back. Alien Hipporito figure. Let's not waste any damn time. Dive right in and let's see how amazing this Showa figure really is. For our first size comparisons, here it is next to the SH Figuarts Ultraman Ace and the SH Figuarts Father of Ultra, both of whom he had a big old death battle with, Ace barely overcoming in the end. Taking a closer look at Hipporito here, we can see that this is basically just the suit come to life. Yes, someone at Tamashii Nations, whoever designs the Ultraman line, really loves Showa. This thing looks like it just stepped straight out of Ultraman Ace. It is incredible, to its weird little feet here down at the bottom, to the weird, super weird design legs. It's got a belly button, a navel. It's so weird. To the flaccid snoot. Look at all that crisp detail on there. The eyes with the details, those look so good. Translucent. To the horns. Man, this thing looks awesome. I love the shoulder and the arms. These look epic. Oh, tater hair. These just look badass. Let's just be honest. This is a badass looking figure. Look at all that suit detail. These are all curved, not just straight. I just love the way that Tamashii handles these Showa releases. And Hipporito, once again, defies all odds. Not really. It's pretty expected at this point, at being basically the suit in my hands. Alien Hipporito looks awesome. Super suit accurate. Now let's check out that articulation, shall we? Here's Alien Hipporito next to the SH Figuarts Shoot the Invader version Alien Bolton, and the SH Figuarts Tamashii Nations exclusive 2024 Ultraman Blazar Viridian Armor. Alright, I know what y'all are thinking. Is Hipporito limited in articulation? No. The tentacles move all around, up here on the head, or the horns. The nose tip moves. The head itself can move quite a bit. Look at that, looking up, looking down, twists left or right. It's a little limited. The sleeve keeps it in position looking nice. It does have a little ball joint here on the back, so just be wary of that. Don't break that. The shoulders are actually a little bit more articulated than you might think. The shoulder pieces here are kind of like the Dragon Ball sleeves. You just got to move the head out of the way to be able to articulate them. You can raise the arms really far up. The elbows bend 90 degrees on each side. The hands are on a ball joint, but because it's more in, they don't really get the lean, they just get the twist. The waist is pretty okay. Gotta remember this is based off a man in a suit, so it is limited. I would say this is really suit accurate for articulation, so it's not bad, not great. Well, I mean, it's great. It's fine. It's more than enough for Hipporyto. The legs have the drop-down mechanic. What do you guys know? Look at those big old ball joints. And these can actually rotate a lot. You can get these up, so you can get them kicking up, get them kicking back very impressively. Was not expecting this with this figure, and actually, I haven't seen many reviews that actually showed that full articulation off, so that's really cool. And then there's a bunch of ball joints here in the legs and a bunch of sleeves, so you can get those knees really far bent. They twist. Kind of got like a thigh swivel. They're a little tight, so just be careful. And then the ankles are fully articulated. You can get super big slants. Oh, and see, this is a common thing with this figure. It seems like almost every single one has this, where the right foot pops off really easy. Really easy fix. Just pop it back on. Look at that range. Twists. It does all that crazy motion. Very impressed. And then the tail. Another thing that's common with them, pretty loose, but you can use kind of like the leg molds to kind of tighten the joint up so it doesn't fall. It's got one joint here, one here, and it's got another one right here that likes to pop off, and that's it right here at that joint. Not a lot of movement in the tail, mainly just that main joint. Hipporyto ends up being quietly a very impressively engineered SH Figuarts, and I'm just so glad that we got so much articulation in Hipporyto. Finally, here's the Alien Hipporyto compared to the SH Monster Arts Godzilla 1972 and the SH Monster Arts Anguirus 1972. If I had one. So instead, we're using Gigan 1972 for Monster Arts. For accessories, we have this extended erect nose piece compared to the flaccid piece right here. This looks awesome. Looks like he is angry, doing something Hipporyto-like. And, you know, I kind of placed in a funny joke, so ha, PNR. Next, we have this additional hand that kind of looks like he's grabbing something. Man, I wonder what he could be grabbing. But yeah, we got the little arm things, or fingers things sticking out. You can put a few things in here. Of course, what Tamashii intends for you to grab with this hand is the Spark Doll Ace, which slides right into the hand very easy, as so. Can hold it. It's not the most firmest grip, but it is still good. This thing is awesome for the size this is. This thing is tiny. Look at this. Ooh, super cool. Yes, this is a Spark Doll. Super cool. It looks like it just stepped right out of the show, or got thrown, or, well, whatever he does with it. And here's Hipporyto holding his ultra super rare, ultra Spark Doll Ultraman Ace figure. Shoving it right in your face. For my final thoughts on the SH Figuarts Alien Hipporyto figure, I am absolutely impressed with this figure. I was so worried that I wasn't going to be able to articulate, and it ended up articulating amazingly. In fact, it articulates better than some Monster Arts and Haya figures and some Dragon Ball figures. It's insane. I wasn't really worried about the actual look of it because at this point I am fully invested and trusted in Tamashii knocking out these Showa releases and even just their Ultraman releases in general. So I wasn't really worried there. It just comes to such a surprise at how much this figure articulates and how much personality you can get into Alien Hipporyto. I'm very impressed, and I do recommend you guys pick this up. This was a Tamashii web exclusive, so you can import it from Japan, or the US release should be out soon, but you're going to be paying a little bit extra since I don't believe it had a direct US release. So,
keep that as it is. It's probably easier just to order it from Nin Games, which is where I got mine, and I completely recommend Nin Games, especially now that they have DHL and FedEx shipping options available again. I'm not sponsored, I'm just supporting a really awesome business. Anyways, that's the review. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next review.
Perfect timing. Perfect timing. It looks like I'm back. Thank you guys for waiting. Perfect timing. It looks like. Oop. All right. And I did have the live stream pulled up. I pulled it up while I was in the bathroom just to make sure I wasn't missing anything. Let's see. Just a second. I am scooching over to something on the TV. Maybe. There you go. We can do that. Okay, let me get the webcam back on. Oh, I forgot. I also have it covered. Boom! I'm back. Hello. Thank you guys for being patient, waiting for me. I appreciate that. Zol, 2H, the older Ultra Hero and monsters are much better than the current line Spark Doll releases. Yeah, I don't collect the Bandais at all. I used to buy the original when the Ultra Galaxy line was around. But yeah, once they moved to Spark Dolls, I was out of there. Just not my thing. I didn't like the scale. The Godzilla line stayed 6-inch, and now they don't scale with the Godzillas at all. They also don't necessarily look that good some of the times. There has been a few that definitely have impressed me, like the Earth Garon was actually really cool looking, but just not for me personally. I like the SHF line. If I'm going to have like Ultraman figures, I want them to articulate. I want to be able to take photos of them. I don't like just the... It's just not for me. And I mean the same thing with the Godzilla line. So I don't really buy Bandai's. Although the 2.0s are tempting. I'm not going to lie. The 2.0s, a lot of the 2.0s are tempting. So, and if they bring it back up from destroying Godzilla, like, it's going to be issues. But I'm going to hold off for now. I mean, I'll panic buy a few for Wakasa to buy if I end up somehow getting a ton of money before G-Fest or winning the lottery. Like, that's gonna ever happen. But yeah, you never know. I have to buy a lottery ticket first. But yeah, I'm more of a fan of the SHF Ultraman stuff, and then like the original Bandai's. His own design looks like a modern for 23 Ultra, but still the modern line that came from Ginga is one of my reason why I slightly dislike Ginga. That's fair. Yeah, Ginga was an interesting release. You know, I'm not fully on, how do I say, like, oh, I forget on PC I have to go up here. I'm not fully there on the specifics on Ginga. I just know that Ginga was kind of it wasn't the craziest release ever. Some people, or a lot of people, were not super impressed with Ginga when it came out. And then the toys were a little bit different. But I've got the SHF Ginga. I really like it. I have no idea what Ginga is or like how he works, but Tubi, I believe. Tubi has all the Ultraman shows for free. Unlike Prime and unlike YouTube, so that's where I've been kind of watching some of these shows, and I can finally watch New Gen in order because I'm almost done with Orb S. I'm like halfway through Orb S, but I'm just gonna reset. Gonna go back to the very beginning, watch Ginga, then Orb, and then I can't remember who's after Orb. It doesn't matter. I'll figure it out when I watch them. But yeah, Ultraman is a damn ton of fun. I love Ultraman. Ultraman, even modern Ultraman, has kind of that like weird, silly, cheesy Showa vibe. But when you look at like the Showa designs and watch the Showa shows, all of them, in my opinion at least, there's just a special feeling. Like they fill me with nostalgia for like the Godzilla series. Like I just Showa admittingly is probably my favorite era out of all tokusatsu. Like it's a ton of fun. I love Showa. Like I said, I like the first show for Kamen Rider, and I would guess that I really would like the second show as well. Number two, I can't remember if he's just in the original or not. I can't remember. Someone got lucky and got the UHS Max Gexy Sword version from, well, it's from Malaysia. Perfect way to collect Ultraman Godzilla toys. Really nice. That's cool. Yeah, that Malaysia's I think they're getting like a toy show soon that Marasan's at, or like something that's happening like this weekend. Yeah, seems like a really good place to get Godzilla and Ultraman toys. I definitely there was a new Godzilla room announced for, I think it's in Taiwan. So now I kind of like, I believe it's Taiwan. I don't quote me on that one, but I really want to go to it. So now like the more global Godzilla and Ultraman get, the more that I'm not just going to travel to G-Fest and Chicago and even Japan. Now I'm going to have to start going to other countries, and that excites me because that, at the end of the day, is something that I've wanted to do, and that's travel the world. Obviously, Japan will be my first out-of-country experience unless I get disappeared or contained, although I don't know why I would, but you never know. Otherwise, Japan will be my first out-of-country experience. Very, very excited. And then hopefully throughout the next 10 years, especially while I'm getting to the gym, getting back and healthy, I can start going to other places. But like Taiwan I would really like to go to, especially for that room. That just is an extra bonus. They have a hotel grocery there that has it. I believe it's Taiwan. I could look that up. Godzilla hotel grocery. There's the Shinjuku. There's another one that was just announced. I think it was Taiwan, I believe. Taipei, maybe? Yeah, Taipei. It's in Taipei. Taipei? Taipei. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Well, that was the mural. Oh, yeah, so it's in Taipei, which is in Taiwan, it looks like. I'm still, getting my locations down. But yeah, there's going to be I think it's a whole floor, and then they have a unique Godzilla room that's not even like the two that are now in Japan, because now Japan has two unique Godzilla rooms. There's the Godzilla room, and there's the Godzilla versus King Ghidorah room. I'm not going to try to tease too much, but there's a chance that me and a few of us going to Japan in our big group, it sounds like a friend and I are going to be double booking each room for a 2-period night. So we're both, one will get one room, the other will get the other, and then on the next night, or when the chance happens, we're gonna do the opposite rooms. So, gonna make a ton of content on that if we're able to swing it and get both the rooms. I'm gonna try to do content. We might even that might be the time that I actually live stream in Japan. Once again, that is like a very a very plan, because both rooms are very expensive. It's I think the absolute cheapest, I think it's like 500 for the regular Godzilla room. I think the Ghidorah room is like closer to 600 for like the cheapest option on the cheapest day, which normally are the ones that are booked first. It's normally like Monday and Tuesdays. So obviously him and I have got to plan it. We also have to have the money for them when they happen. When you book those rooms, you have to pay up front. So but if we're able to do that, which I'll announce in quite a few months, because they open up three months before, so it would be November. I think beginning of November is when we would see prices and availability. If we're able to get those rooms, then I'll let you guys know, and then I'll announce streams on those days. Because I'll stream each of the Godzilla rooms, because I'm gonna do videos on each, and then gonna do content in there. I don't know what we would do. It might just be a live showing of the room, and then probably just some chill talk while I relax. Have some, not that it's gonna be necessary, but some privacy, some privacy, since it'll be. Plan is for me to rent the room solo, but not for sure yet. Japan is the perfect way, since there's Toy Planet, which is a secondhand shop that sells old Ultra Hero Monster Series. Many more secondhand shops you might get lucky and find rare. Oh yeah. My friends, when they go to Japan, the Mandarake, Ami, all that stuff, Akihabara is very nice, but it's the little weird secondhand shops that really, like, you can find just glorious stuff. Or you can get really good deals in, like, SHF, Ultraman, Monster Art, stuff like that as well. So, new and old stuff, which is super, super nice. I'm constructing my list for Japan. I've got to construct the list for things I want to buy before Japan, which I'm trying to reduce, but there are some larger stuff within the Monster Arts and the Ultraman line that are like, if I can find a good deal for it, or if I can still get it for retail. So, like, the Ultraman Ace Killer set, the SHF set, I'll be getting that for sure. It's just way too big. And then I might try to swing, it probably would be one of the last purchases I do. I'm going to try to swing the complete Shin Ultraman SHF line. So Shin Man, Fake, First Landing, Mephiles, and Shin Zeton, I believe. I think it's just 5. There's like 5 or 6. And Zafi. So yeah, there's 6. There's 6. Already just using Mandarake, kind of know about how much it is before shipping. And then shipping gets a little crazy. So that might be like one of the last things I buy that aren't new pre-orders. And then, like I said, I've cut down pre-orders. We are getting every Monster Arts release, or attempting to, at the time that they come out, Japan time. Besides Legion might be October or September. She's just so expensive. She's really, really expensive. In fact, Legion, if you guys want context for how expensive Legion is, we're renting an Airbnb for 10 days. Legion is the same amount as my cut for the Airbnb for 10 days. So put that into perspective. And that's before shipping. That's before shipping. So, yeah. So, Legion might take a little bit, because I would rather, focus on a few of the Japan purchases and finances first. But also, Legion is content for YouTube. I have no doubt that review would do really, really well. So, we'll see. I'll probably do my Airbnb spot first, though. Get that out of the way. And a few of I think I can buy my Shinkansen tickets and a few other things early. But most stuff for Japan, it's 3 months out. So you got to get everything laid out. Get your Airbnb or your hotel, if the hotel allows more than 3 months. And then everything else is kind of 3 months in advance. So it's just save. So, and that's what we're going to be doing. And also in my country of Malaysia, wherever you go in any toys with the toy section, you might find shelf warmer Ultraman toys. Nice. Like King and Astra, since they were always shelf warmers. Interesting. King was a shelf warmer. That's kind of crazy. Astra makes sense, but King? That's a little wild to me. Makes sense, though. I mean, even SHF, we don't have King yet. We have the G'd form of King, but we don't have King. And hopefully that's because he's going to get a cloth cape. He can be a web shop exclusive. He can be $100. I'm fine with that. As long as his cape is like the mantles and not the plastic that they did early for the Mega G'd form and some of the other forms where it was just a plastic cape. I know that figure can't stand. I also know it's one of the most popular SHFs and one of the more expensive ones on the aftermarket. But that'll be something I hunt for in Japan. I'm very excited. But yeah, so Japan's going to be fun. See, I can switch conversations just fine. I just want to make sure they're the good conversations for y'all. I'm really excited. I'm excited to start figuring out how I'm going to do Ultraman content a little bit more heavy to help newcomers into the show. to get people introduced, because it is daunting when you look at it, and there's what, 30 some shows, I think. It can be scary. That's a lot of time. And like the older ones, everything up until, the new generation is more than 20 episodes, and that's scary. Like original Ultraman's almost 40. Like all the shows are 40 plus each, besides 66 and Q. I think Q is only 30 something as well, or 20 something, I can't remember. Q and 66, like, it can be daunting, and taking it one step at a time. So hopefully I can make some content to help people with Ultraman. Get some of my friends that are a little bit more ingrained and a little bit more knowledgeable, so we can all learn as well. Because I've been following Ultraman now for way over 10 years. I barely know Jack. Yeah, I barely know Jack anything about Ultraman. Mainly like 66 and some of the new gen stuff. But even still, like, I'm kind of I'm still aged out, man. But good learning opportunities, and then we all can grow at the same time together, and that makes it fun as well. I'm feeling pretty good about the stream. An hour and 10 minutes, pretty good. I was only away for 7 minutes in the restroom. That's pretty good. Kind of feel like maybe ending here. And don't forget, my country has other like nice in Japan collector market, which is an event, and many more. I'm tempted to buy Ultimate Force Zero Team. Nice, dude. Nice. I believe I know what set you're talking about. That would be cool, dude. That's cool. Awesome. I think we're pretty good on live streaming. I will say, so content's going to be a little weird. I'm going to actually check my tracking. I was hoping that Final Wars reissue and Daima Vegeta were going to be here. Haven't even left customs yet, so I don't even want to say Monday. Hopefully by Tuesday or Wednesday, we'll have that box in hand. And then I will get the 2004 reissue review out for everyone. There is some differences. I wish I still had my original one so I could compare, but I don't. So we're gonna have to use both videos as we go, and use photos, and then comparison photos from other content creators that have both. The articulation series, I think he just got his in and was posting like in-depth differences. So we're pretty late to the Final Wars show, but that's how it goes. It is what it is. Had to wait to ship, and then shipping just kind of got delayed a little bit. It's been sitting in customs for quite a bit. So yeah, we're recovering from the dumb tariffs. We're still recovering. So stuff in EMS is still going to take a little while. But now the price difference between EMS and DHL and FedEx is a little too much for me right now. So we gotta take it slow. I will tease though, and I'm gonna try to get a full schedule. I've said this many a times about a lot of things, but this time I'm serious. Don't need to see any of that. Once we hit July 1st, the plan is kind of like this stream. We're gonna be making G-Fest only content for a week and a half into G-Fest. Remember, I go to G-Fest on Wednesday. That's when I travel. And then I don't know if I'll actually have something for Wednesday. Parts of me are like, maybe I can quick edit something for you guys and get something posted Wednesday night. But we'll see. There's the options to party hardy, and then Thursday we actually have to be up pretty early. We have to out of the hotel running to do, and then we have registration, which is now early in the morning, and we have the movies on Thursday. So we'll see. I might have something that I record or do like throughout this week, and then I'll post Wednesday. I'll definitely probably post a few shorts or a short. I might honestly be posting shorts throughout G-Fest week. We might do a few throughout the week, like a few per day. I definitely know, like Friday, I want to get a short of the dealer's room opening up and post that. And then anytime where I can kind of film extra stuff, probably do shorts as little teasers. And then plan is to record a ton of content so I can do a multi-video vlog. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it all as one video. unless you all want like a big hour long video. If I'm able to record as much as I think I am and have enough footage for like a good one, it might be like an hour plus. It could be long, so that'll be something we'll vote on once I'm back from G-Fest. Probably the post G-Fest stream. Actually, I get home at 11 o'clock at night on the 14th, and then I go back to work on the 15th. So depending on what my days off are on my second job, which still should be Tuesdays and Wednesdays, I might be able to. I'll go to my one job, come back. I don't know. I'll have to. Well, the work schedule is what's going to contain me on the post G-Fest stream. I'm not going to really have a place to stream on the 14th, since I'll basically be traveling and be at the airport. I'm not going to do a live stream at the airport. That's kind of weird. But yeah, we'll try to do something. Maybe I'll just do a post G-Fest live stream very late at night. Probably not. I'll be sleeping. I'll be exhausted. I'll be shot. I'll be out of energy. But we can, when I do that live stream, and I'll take a vote on what you guys want. If you want just a big old vlog video that could be multi hours, depending on, or to break it into parts. So maybe I could do Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday, and maybe try to squeeze in Sunday. And then there's the post stream will basically be the roundup on Monday. So I really feel like that won't be important unless something crazy happens Monday morning. You never know. But yeah, that's kind of what we're thinking here. But I'll let you guys vote on that in a little, once we get to it. Once I see how much footage I actually have and view it and stuff, then we can talk about that. So I think we're doing pretty good, guys. I'm pretty happy to be live streaming back. I'm feeling the energy again. Honestly, I made that post earlier this week. I tried live streaming, which we kind of found out I may have just flummoxed because I had it on private and not public, and that's why no one's saw it. And to which case it kind of killed my vibe a little bit. It was a random stream out of nowhere. It was one of those streams where I don't want to do that for that reason. So, but this stream, super successful. I can't talk. Fuck it. It was a great stream. Thank you guys for hanging out. Sharktopus, Fred, Zol. Thank you guys for hanging out, and anyone else who came into the stream. Thank you guys. I'm excited. Ultraman at G-Fest. Kind of a little look into the future plans. G-Fest celebration leading up to G-Fest. Multiple streams, maybe some videos. Gonna try not to do any reviews that week, or the week leading up to G-Fest either, unless they're like brand new, which I don't think I'll have anything. I won't be getting the Final Battle Mechagodzilla 2021 before G-Fest. It'll probably come out. I'll probably get the US release in August. Or I think it's the end of July, beginning of August. I can't remember. So I'll probably be getting that later. Again, so I'll be missing out on the release time, but that's fine. We got to just do things as we can. I'm still trying to find a really good place to pre-order the web shops for Monster. There's just... Hobby Genki is frustrating to use, so we'll see. But that's about it, guys, from me. Once again, might stream tomorrow. Might have the Shinkoho Seiho Gaia V2 NFX review out tomorrow. We'll see if I can, get the juices back going and then finish it before I go to work tomorrow afternoon. I should be able to, but I'm not going to make any promises, because I might go in early tomorrow, like way before my work, and go in, or before I work and go and work out some more. We're getting swole, we're getting back in shape, so I'm already feeling a lot better. I've actually, you guys wouldn't be able to tell, I've actually shaved off a lot of my gut already in 3 weeks, or 2 weeks is when I've been really working out. I didn't really get a workout that first week at my job. I only got one really good day, and then last week we got 3 or 4 days in, and this week, tomorrow, the end of the week, will be my third time. I kind of took a break. I did something to myself last Sunday, so I decided to wait and heal, let my body adjust, and now I'm feeling fantastic. I have felt good the last 2 gym workouts, so hopefully that continues tomorrow after work. So yeah, we'll see if there's a live stream tomorrow, because I wouldn't be able to stream until about tomorrow, about this time tomorrow. So I'm not going to push it. Like I said, I think I would rather try to get the Gaia review out for you guys. It's already been, by that point, 13 days since my last video, or like review video. But yeah, and then GFest stuff, first week. This time I will legitimately get a schedule so you guys know what days I'm live streaming and what days I'm uploading. Like I said, it is going to just be GFest content starting July, in through July, and then there might only be GFest content that first week after, up until the 20th as well. We'll see what we all vote on and what I'm able to get done with 2 jobs. I'm going to be very, very damn busy. But I think that's enough from me. I think you guys are sick of hearing me talk tonight, and I'm losing my voice a little bit. I got to refill on my wada. So, everyone, thank you all for supporting the content, even while I've been kind of away. I do apologize, but, I'm not going to make content that I'm not enjoying. I'm not going to force myself to make content or live stream if I'm not feeling it. And because I want the best quality stuff for you guys, and I want to be proud of the stuff I put out, so it's a nice, healthy balance. Sometimes that means there's just going to be breaks. I'm still recovering financially right now from not having a job for a long time. We're almost there. We're almost out of the red. Hopefully we'll be able to get out of the red before G-Fest and be all good and savvy. But I'm excited, guys. So take care. Have a wonderful night, guys. Thank y'all for hanging out, and I'll see you guys in the next video, live stream, short content, whatever I do. Take care. Bye, everyone.